What's up, guys? I need everybody to sit all the way down for this one because episode 5 of the final season just delivered the most devastating hour this show has ever given us. School of War. And, I mean, that title is not playing. Every single character got a lesson this episode, whether they wanted one or not. We got Rack weaponizing the truth about Lou to protect her empire. We got Marvin delivering the beatdown of the century. We got Jukebox finding out the truth in the worst possible way. And we got Kanan proving he is done being anyone's son. This is your full scene-by-scene breakdown. Let's get into it. We open on Rack and Marvin in a tense conversation about everything crumbling around them. The failed hit on Stefano. The Memphis Cowboys disaster. The fact that they are now in a full declared war on multiple fronts at the same time. But then Rack goes to see Pino, and this is where it gets even messier. Pino tells us straight up that Stefano came to him and told him she tried to have him whacked. And Rack does what Rack always does. She looks Pino dead in the eye and says she doesn't know anything about that. That Stefano is just trying to sabotage their relationship with these lies. We know she did it. We watched her plan it. But the audacity to sit in front of Pino and deny it so smoothly. That is Rack Thomas operating at full capacity. She is not just a drug dealer. She is a master of narrative control. We shift to Kanan and Breeze. A supplier disrespects Breeze during a meeting, and before that man can finish his sentence, Kanan and Breeze beat him down brutally, nearly kill him right there. Then they go to a diner afterward, joking about it, laughing, eating, like they didn't almost kill somebody 20 minutes ago. That is not toughness, that is desensitization. And the show is being deliberate about showing us that loss in Kanan one scene at a time. Over the food, they go deeper into the DEFCON conversation. Breeze doubles down on his theory that DEFCON was his father, accuses Rack of killing DEFCON and stealing his business. He's building the case for why Kanan should hate Rack even more. We also get a look inside Breeze's apartment, a callback for Power Universe fans that is going to hit if you caught it. Garcia pulls up on Jukebox and he is not playing. He tells us straight, the next time he sees her, she better have his money or she is going to be in big trouble. Jukebox tells him to relax, he is going to get it. But Garcia is done being patient. He is not asking anymore. Jukebox is juggling so much right now. She is running her own crew together to get that money, gathering her old friends to help her generate the cash Garcia needs. She put herself in this position, and now the walls are closing in from all sides. This girl does not get a break. Stefano is busy this episode making personal visits and sending very clear messages to everybody around him. First, he invites Kanan to his restaurant and tells him plainly, "Your mother tried to have me whacked." Kanan tells him he has nothing to do with it and gives Stefano a simple answer, "Do whatever you want to do." That is Kanan completely cutting Rack loose in the most casual, cold way possible. He does not even flinch. Then Pino visits Stefano at his house to deliver Rack's denial. Stefano tells him it is bullshit. But Pino makes his position clear. Whatever is going on between Stefano and Rack is not his problem. He is just the landlord. But, and this is important, he also tells Stefano that anybody who messes with his tenants messes with him. So Pino is not choosing sides between Rack and Stefano. He is protecting his own interests. And that means Rack has some protection from him even while the war with Stefano heats up. Then Stefano invites Flossie to his restaurant to warn her about Rack, how dangerous she is, how she cannot be trusted. And Flossie handles it with pure class. She tells him she took the meeting out of respect for him, but she cannot let him tell her how to handle her business. Warning appreciated. That is all. Flossie is the most unbothered woman in this whole show, and I respect it deeply. Marvin goes to see Flossie again and asks her more about what happened to her daughter. And Flossie opens up. She tells him the full story, including the revenge she got on the person who killed her. Marvin listens. This connection between them keeps deepening. Flossie is showing Marvin that grief does not have to turn you into someone unrecognizable. That you can survive the worst thing and still be standing. Whether Marvin receives that lesson or not is another question entirely. After everything with Pino, Rack makes her decision. She is done being cautious. She is going directly at Kanan's operation. She tells Marvin to send a message by targeting one of Kanan's biker associates. Marvin does it, crashes into one of them. Physical, deliberate, unmistakable. Then Rack goes further. Primo, one of Kanan's key delivery boys, gets snatched up by Rack's people. He begs for his life. Says he doesn't know anything useful about Kanan's operation. Rack kills him anyway, herself, cold and calculated, right in front of Marvin. And Marvin is frustrated. Every body, every escalation, every move Rack makes that crosses a line, he is there watching it and absorbing it. And that frustration is going to have a breaking point. We are almost at it. Meanwhile, Stefano is on his own side making moves. He meets with Breeze and tells him he wants him to deal with Rack. Hit her supply lines first, since she has Manhattan protection that makes a direct hit too risky. Breeze pushes back a little, asks why Rack working in Manhattan is even their concern. Stefano answers simply, "She tried to kill me. That is unacceptable." Jukebox goes to see Kanan at his place and tells him that Rack's dirty cops were not responsible for killing Famous. Like it does not fully land the way it should for someone whose friend was killed. That detachment is the show telling us something. Kanan is so deep in this war that even personal grief is getting buried under strategy. Meanwhile, Jukebox and Marvin meet with Garcia to pay him the rest of the money. The moment he is paid, Jukebox asks him what he knows about Famous's death. Garcia tells her the police have nothing. Famous just disappeared. No answers. No closure. Just silence. And Jukebox has to carry that too. Back at Kanan's apartment, while Jukebox is still there, he gets the call about Primo going missing. He knows exactly who did it. This is the scene. The one the entire season has been building toward from the very first episode. Sit with me. Rack finally tells Marvin the truth. Kanan was the one who killed Lou. Not Unique. Kanan, her son. The person Marvin has been around this whole time, grieving next to, working beside. And I need you all to understand why she tells him now. Not because she cannot carry the secret anymore, not because Marvin deserves the truth. She tells him because Kanan has become a fully uncontrollable threat to her empire, and she needs Marvin's rage pointed at the right target. She weaponized her dead brother's truth. She used Lou's murder as a tool. Marvin snaps. He goes straight to Kanan's apartment carrying everything. The grief, the rage, the guilt about not being there more for Lou, and he brings all of it to Kanan's door. Jukebox is still inside. Kanan opens the door, and Marvin unleashes no weapons, just his hands and 4 months of misdirected pain finally finding the right target. He beats Kanan relentlessly, leaves him bloody and bruised on the floor fighting just to survive. Jukebox is screaming, begging Marvin to stop. And while all of this is happening, Marvin tells her right there in that apartment, Kanan killed Lou, the look on her face. The cousin she has been protecting all season, the person she called Lou for in the first place. He is the reason their uncle is gone. Marvin comes close to finishing it, to killing Kanan right there. But Jukebox, throwing herself into it, refusing to let it happen, stops the final blow. Marvin leaves. Kanan is broken and bleeding on his own floor. Rack destroyed it herself, on purpose, to save her empire. Now here is where the episode becomes even more devastating, because while the family is shattering on one side, the war keeps moving on the other. Kanan and Breeze execute the hit Stefano ordered. Joaquin, Rack's key supplier and connect for her Manhattan operation, is at an underground boxing match with his bodyguard. Kanan and Breeze move on them in a calculated, brutal sequence. They assassinate both of them. Kanan drives the getaway. This hit is a devastating blow to Rack's Manhattan expansion. Everything she has been building, the new connects, the delivery network, the Flossie partnership. Kanan just took a sledgehammer to the foundation of it. Rack's operation is in chaos. Her family is irreparably broken, and Pino's warning is ringing in her ears. Her son is sitting in meetings with Stefano and could be sharing family secrets. Let me bring it all together because School of War was teaching every character something, whether they wanted to learn or not. Rack learned that protecting your empire and protecting your family are not the same thing, and when you have to choose, the cost is everything. Kanan learned that the war does not pause for your wounds. You bleed and you keep moving. That is who he is now. Marvin learned the truth. Finally. And the truth broke him open in a way that no street war ever could. And Jukebox. Jukebox learned that the person she loves most in this family is also the one who shattered it. What she does with that knowledge is going to define the rest of this final season. Y'all, episode 5 just burned down what was left of the Thomas family and handed everybody the ashes. Rack chose her empire. Marvin chose vengeance and got it. Kanan is broken and bleeding and still at war. And Jukebox knows everything now. Drop in the comments after finding out Kanan killed Lou, whose side is Jukebox on going forward, because that is the question for the rest of this season. Like this video, subscribe for episode 6, and I will see you next week. Peace.